if you would have asked me a couple months ago, I would have meant Max right away. I'm still going Max, but it's a better fight than a few months ago, I think even. Max for sure, but good fight.
Brian Ortega, he's undefeated right now, right? He's amazing. Max Holloway is huge for the division and awesome fighter, so talented. That's going to be, I don't even know who to say for that, actually. I never like to really guess on fights, but that's going to be an exciting fight. I'm looking forward to watching that.
I think Holloway will piece him up over the course of 5. Probably won't finish him, but I think it'll be, at certain points, it'll be like a dirty fight, like in close, fucking getting down. Holloway's super smart when he fights, so intelligent as a fighter. So I think he'll be able to stay away from Brian's strengths, his submissions, his guillotine, his ground game. And I don't think he's going to – Brian likes getting those close, dirty boxing matches, and I don't think Holloway's going to lose in those positions. I think he'll be able to pick them apart.
I got to go Holloway. His experience, his footwork is unlike anybody else's in this game, and he's continued to evolve and get better each fight, and so is Ortega, but I think he's a little young, and he hasn't been as tested as Holloway, so I got to go Holloway.
I'm going to go with Max Holloway. I think it's just he's on a roll right now, and the way he I like his stand-up. There's a lot of people sleep on it. A stand-up is more cerebral than people think. He's not just a scrapper. He'll be point to the ground, Hawaiian style, throw down, but he's not just a scrapper. He's a lot more smarter than people give him credit for with a stand-up. And yeah, I think his jiu-jitsu as well can match up well with Ortega, even though Ortega's on a roll right now. But he's tall as well. Ortega's tall. I have to factor that in. But boxing-wise, stand-up-wise, altogether, I'm gonna go Max in this fight.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to go with Brian Ortega. He's just on the streak right now. I mean, he's fought some good strikers. His striking's been looking better and better each time. And if he gets you to the ground, he's finishing you. So, I mean, I don't think it's going to be an easy fight for him, but I definitely think Brian Ortega wins.
That's a really good fight. I think Max, man. I'm definitely. It's one of those fights where you don't really root for either guy because you like them both so much. Brian Ortega is really young, and Max has got a lot of championship time in there, man. He's experienced. He knows what it's like to be in those fights. He knows what fight week's like. People don't really take that into account a lot. Brian Ortega, this is his, it's a lot. Conor talks about it a lot, how you got to kind of work your training around the media, and Max has kind of got that down to a science by now. So I think Max, I think it's his time right now. I think that Brian Ortega is going to be a champion for sure one day, but I'm just not sure if that's going to be right now.
Blessed era. I'm going with Max for sure.
I believe that Holloway's going to come out with the win. I know that Ortega, he's caught a lot of people with the little sneak attack. Got the guillotine on Cub Swanson, and he wound up knocking out Frankie Edgar. And I give it to Ortega. He's doing great things, but I just don't see him beating Max. I think Max is a lot smarter, and I think the other two guys, they were so excited because they were there, but Max Holloway, he's already there, and I think he's already established, and he's not going to get uncomfortable and make a mistake.
You know what? That's a good fight to see. I really want to see Ortega and Khabib because I think Ortega could beat Khabib. I have Ortega winning that, and I have Ortega beating Khabib when that fight happens.
I love Max Holloway, and I love Brian Ortega. I don't think Max Holloway is going to be able to deal with Ortega right now. Ortega is a bad dude. His jiu-jitsu is just disgustingly sick. His striking when he fought Edgar, Edgar pieces everybody up, man. That dude just socks people up, doesn't get hit, and look what Ortiz did to him. Ortiz figured him out and fast. And what I saw from Ortiz, what I really liked is he was nice and relaxed in that fight. It was weird, you know what I mean? It was like the Matrix, and he was like Neo in that fight. And everything Edgar was throwing, he was just whatever about it. He was defending really well with the elbows. He was throwing a lot of good boxing defense in there against Edgar, which a lot of people haven't done. So I think I'm going to go Ortiz. I think Ortiz is going to come with the upset this time. I think it's his time. But I really like Holloway. I don't see Holloway being able to deal with him on the ground if it goes down. And striking wise, I don't see Holloway being able to use his speed against Ortega's, because Ortega's timing is really weird, and he's just an awkward, goofy guy, and that's a very dangerous guy to go against. So I'm gonna go Ortega. I think Ortega's gonna get the upset.